More donations pouring into Nema today. The Island Luck Cares Foundation, a subsidiary of the Island Luck group of companies, donated 1,000 tarps as well as ice and water shield for rooftops. The gaming giant also donated 100 generators for Grand Bahama. Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie and Hurricane Matthew Relief Coordinator Minister Shane Gibson were on hand to witness the handover by Island Luck CEO Sebastian.
I want to commend Nema for all the efforts that they're currently doing in bringing the Bahamas back to a sense of normalcy, and encourage everyone out there, no matter how small the donation is, we all have to do this together and bring the Bahamas back to once we knew it.
Ice and water shield is something that we very rarely use here in Nassau. In Freeport, because of the type roof that they use, the metal and tiles, they use ice and water shield. Here in Nassau, we normally use the felt. And of course, whenever you lose shingles, the felt is not waterproof. But with ice and water shield, you can actually lose all of your shingle and the roof will still be water sealed. And as a result of all the roof damage throughout the Bahamas, most persons then had their ceilings collapse. And of course, after the ceilings collapse, they had the loss of their furniture and their furnishings. And so the ice and water shield will go a long way in securing and rebuilding some of the roofs. And of course, the tarpaulin is something that we use as an interim measure.
Mr. Bastian, on materials that are very expensive, that we continue ourselves to try to source to give out, is a significant one. And when coupled with all of the other charitable works you're doing, looms large in our community.
The public service also participating in the donation to Nema. The central bank donated $150,000 for the restoration and rebuilding efforts. While making the presentation, Governor John Roll also sought to allay fears that the foreign reserves could be in jeopardy. Meantime, co-chair of the fundraising committee, Mike Morris, says partnership with the community is important.
Present circumstances, the reserves are not under pressure, and the concerns are relieved for a number of reasons. First is that the disruption to the tourism plan, which was concentrated for the most part outside of New Providence and which spared Abaco, is contained to the low point of the tourist season. The other thing is that our private insured properties would also benefit from significant inflows of foreign exchange to help pay for the building materials needed for the repairs. And the third also is that the economy would be receiving some net foreign exchange inflows around this time related to Bahama claims settlement.
As we look out and think about ourselves, I mean, so many of us honestly are blessed and were spared during that hurricane. And so those that can afford it, specifically in the business community, I think we need to kind of, look at ourselves in the mirror and say, what more can we do? And some of it, hopefully a lot of it, will be in the form of cash, financial donations, but not everybody is able to do that. And if there's another means of being able to support the effort, the relief effort, we ask and invite you to step up, whether it's in marine transportation, whether it happens to be a lumber yard that can donate materials, whether you happen to operate, heavy equipment. I'm sure there's still a need out there to move debris and so forth. But this does need to be a collective effort. We all have to come together, and we have come together, which is the beauty of our country and our people. So with that, again, I want to thank Central Bank as well as Island Luck for this very generous donation.